keeping our freedom from the great state of Georgia, Northwest Georgia in particular.
Let's do it.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman,
Margie,
joining us on the line as well. Welcome, Margie. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Margie.
Hey, Brian. How are you
Brian.
doing today?
Well, you know, I wish we were meeting under different circumstances. I woke up yesterday morning.
Yeah, like at the gym, like in one of them sex guru camps. Hold on, nobody said that Margie was coming. Come on, man. You can't keep me far away, buddy. There she is. She's so beautiful. She gives me a twinkle in my eye. And look at her in her blue jacket with her short cropped hair and oh fuck, that ain't Margie. I got them mixed. Oh, there she is. She's right there. I get her. It's so easy to mix her up. It's just the Adam's apple threw me off.
Like you, and saw the news feed and learned that.
Yes, they saw. She's got a direct Mar-a-Lago feed going to her office at all times. It's in front of the treadmill. Keeps her motivated. One of these days, I'm gonna live in a big old Florida plantation, man. Just me and a couple of like golf caddies with big glimmering muscles and the occasional alligator.
Our president was under attack by
He was under attack. I mean, they were in the wrong building, but
the FBI.
Oh my God.
And of course,
I just showed up. I'm sorry. What happened? Explain what happened to me. This sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
I was asking myself, for what?
For what? I mean, every man asks himself that question when he looks down at his gym jam, but usually you ask when you're a kid. You look down and you're like, for what? Like when you're a baby or something. It's weird that a grown man would, never mind.
So I wanted to bring you on to get your reaction. I know that.
Yeah. I'm sure people are going to be surprised at her take on this. She's going to have, I trust, because I know her real well. She's going to have a very measured attitude towards this whole thing. She's gonna tap the brakes. She's not going to have any incendiary language.
You've been pretty hot on Twitter. And
she's hot right now, buddy. Don't even start.
On social media, sharing your thoughts on that. So
Woo!
Let's kind of roll back a little bit.
Go back to before this happened. Do a big lead up. Speak slowly.
4 hours ago, when you saw the news, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
Now that's just mean. That's a trick question, Margie. Don't fall for it. The answer is nothing. Mind. What the hell? We don't have minds, okay? We got brains, dum-dum. All right? Minds is something elites have. I got brain cell upstairs, understand?
Well, the first thing I thought about is my phone is blowing up, getting
oh my God. They put a bomb in her phone.
Phone calls from other Republican members of Congress.
Going, holy shit. I think they're on to us. Is that what happened? That's what happened, didn't it?
And then just great constituents here in my district.
Great. Wait a minute. You got a bunch. Hold on. Why is she so fucking quiet? I got to fix this noise. It's quiet.
District is that this isn't new. And
no.
I think everyone needs to remember that. These are the same people
That's right.
that went after President Trump before he ever became president when they tapped Trump Tower.
Well, no, these would be different people. The dudes that actually go do search warrants are different than the wiretapping folks. That's just different staff. And the people running the DOJ and the people running like Christopher Wray wasn't even in there. Trump put him in. If it's the same people, then they just following orders from different. Are you saying that the FBI said, fuck you, DOJ and Christopher Wray, we're going to keep doing what we were doing when Trump's people ran the play? I don't know.
So this has been going on for a very long time, and it started in the Obama White House. And who was in the Obama White House?
Obama. It's a trick question. It's like Grant's tomb.
Well, Joe Biden. But
oh, right. Well, he was in the vice president's quarters.
We have to add in the other people. Hillary Clinton.
Oh, Trump just posted something on Truth Social. Was it as good as his movie? Hold on. Let's see. I got something in here. Hold on. Jump in there. See if it's done. There you go. Jump in this shit. Go in here. Fuck, I don't even know. Let's look. I'll look up. See if I can find it on Raw Story. That's it's sanslube.com. Probably let's try to get there. There's a bunch of shit. Panic. There you go. Trump says search warrant infringed on America's rights. And here you go. Here's a new one. Right. Oh, they did that thing. Is that another one? Let's see if I can find it. Here it goes. Here you go. Block. Don't do that. Come on. This is the thing. Here it is. From Troth Sensual. Fuck. I'm bringing another dude in. He can read it. Hi everybody. I'm Ficus's stunt reader. A horrible thing took place yesterday at Mar-a-Lago. We are no better than a third world country, a banana republic, which is a great store, but the suits never fit me. I think it was all that slim fit cutting. I think it's a mistake. It is a continuation of Russia, impeachment hoax number 1, impeachment hoax number 2, the no collusion Mueller report, and more. To make matters worse, it is all, in my opinion, a coordinated attack with radical left Democrats, state and local DAs and AGs. I know this is just a little tiny piece of the same shit I wrote yesterday, but I don't know why you'd think that. That's it? That's the whole thing? What took place yesterday long before was an unprecedented infringement. Where the fuck is it? Is it the whole thing? In his first statement, okay, nope, that's it. Yeah. Wah, wah.
Her campaign was very involved, and then a certain attorney that everyone seems to forget about, his name is Mark Elias.
Oh, Mark Elias. Who's he?
From the firm Perkins and Coie, who represented Hillary Clinton when the Christopher Steele dossier was written.
I read that thing, man. That Christopher Steele dossier fucked up my Pornhub search results for like a month.
And that launched the entire Russia hoax. So
well, not all of it, obviously.
See, these enemies that are coming after President Trump, they've always been going after him.
Oh, they sure have. Especially those assholes at Skype that keep messing with him. How dare they? Just wrong.
They have constantly tried.
They have constantly
To get President
consonantly. They use capital letters all the time.
Trump, because they fear him the most.
They're so scared of him creating a dictatorship when that's what we should all hope for, right, Marge?
Brian, he's the person that they know can take down the deep state.
Oh my God, he can? Well, why didn't he do it? He had 4 fucking years.
And finally dismantle
the Epstein-connected politicians who are in her. Holy shit!
All of the corruption.
Olive oil.
And all of the things that are.
By the way, olive oil, I don't care what all y'all say, was fucking hot. I know she had a body like uncooked spaghetti, but come on.
Happening in Washington, D.C.
That's right. Washington's a terrible place. I don't know why anybody would even want a job that would take them there. Why not just work as a local politician and stay in your state and actually do some good on the ground? Why would you even run for an office that would take you to Washington?
Because President Trump really means it when
that's why
he says he's going to drain the swamp.
We talked.
I think he's just talking about draining a festering boil under his overhang.
To Christina Bobb earlier.
Oh, wow.
And I asked her this question.
She's pretty too.
If she thought that the Biden administration knew that the FBI was going to raise.
Yeah. Okay. They just fucking with her now.
Mar-a-Lago.
Who are those two fellas? Where is Marge gone? She was just there a second ago. FBI raids President Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Were they looking for shit on that dude? I mean, he was a neighbor,
And she said, absolutely,
Oh, now I know why she's upset.
they knew.
Of course that she said, of course they knew. Of course she didn't know that they know, but she said they knew. Like, of course they fucking knew.
Of course, they denied.
Of course they denied that they knew, but she knew they were going to deny that they knew because they had to deny they knew, and that's how she knew that they had known.
Any knowledge.
I'm sorry. Does anybody else smell almonds? Like the roof of my mouth tastes like a Band-Aid.
Of this, they're trying to separate themselves from this. But I ask you,
yeah, you're in government. You work in Washington.
If you're the Biden administration,
if you're the Biden administration, I'm a fucking monkey.
Want this action to define your legacy? Because before this, your biggest, I guess, failure has been the abandonment in Afghanistan. But
yeah, I mean, why aren't good? Thanks for asking that again, man. Why aren't we still in Afghanistan? Stop acting like we was trying to get out of there for 20 years. I mean, I was with her 20 more years. 20 more years.
But I will now say you're going to be known.
You're going to be known for fuck. Who are those guys?
For investigating, and
it's very frustrating. Your camera keeps going out and that picture keeps popping up, and I don't know who those guys are, but they seem like really close friends. I think below the picture they're touching each other.
Attacking a president with a search.
He's a tacky president, I will say that.
Warrant, looking for some type of information to incriminate him on a.
Well, they found 15 boxes of it.
Former president.
Oops. Hey, you fellers, move out the way. I'm trying to look at my Marge.
Which I think is shameful.
Oh, goddamn. She's so upset. Why? Who is messing? Look at that pose, though. She's like model purdy. How y'all doing?
And it's very much a Banana Republic.
Just smile. Just smile. When he says Banana Republic, smile real big.
Type situation.
It totally is. I'm only smiling because I like bananas.
Yeah, they don't mind at all because they're failing on all of their policies.
That's right. Their policy of trying to cut the deficit and the unemployment in half. They obviously failed at getting us out of Afghanistan. We're still there to this day, spending $300 million a day. They failed at Infrastructure Week. It's over.
They want to be the people that bring down President Trump. This is the guy that they have.
Well, then why are you worried? If they fail at everything else, then just let them do it. Just go knock yourself out. You're going to fuck this up too.
Created as the bad guy in the public sphere for years now. And
well, I mean, not by the Democrats. He used to donate to Democrats, mostly just women who were like, fuck that dude.
The corporate media is completely.
And his wives. I mean, the first two.
Been investigated and invested in it. They have built him up to be, the worst person that could ever be president of the United States.
Well, yeah, but only on an intellectual level, not the most evil. Obviously, there's a couple of ones pre the end of slavery that kind of sucked that way. You know what I'm saying?
In the eye of the left and in the eyes of people that aren't paying attention to what's really going on.
Yeah, them's the worst. The people that aren't keyed in like Marge and I are. We keep up on current events and topics and legal situations and the intricacies of whatever she was talking about. I don't know.
But everyone knows the difference, Brian. Everyone sees.
Yeah, everybody can see this.
The difference between
everybody knows
President Trump's first term and Joe Biden's
his only term. I mean, so far, but his only term. I mean, none of us are promised a future, Marge.
19 months now, which has become a complete dumpster fire, and when we become a country that we're embarrassed on the world stage.
Well, look. It's not your fault you can't speak another language and you're never asked to go on congressional foreign trips. We want you here at home. You speak woodchuck. That's good enough for me.
We don't even have a border anymore. Crime is.
Wait, we don't have a border anymore? But I heard Biden just added on to parts of the wall. Where'd he build it? How does he know where it goes? Or are they just what is it in the middle of Kansas? The fuck?
Is out of control. Inflation is out of control.
It is. It was. It still is.
And now
what's in control?
Democrats in the Senate have passed a bill called Reducing Inflation Act.
the Inflation Reduction Act. But I mean, if you want to Yoda it, that's fine. You can Yoda anything you want. Just you can do anything. You're so purty.
That's not going to reduce
The Inflation Reduction Act. It's gonna reduce inflation. It is.
inflation. It's going to raise taxes
It's gonna what? It's gonna raise taxes on who?
on middle class Americans,
Middle class billionaires are gonna start getting. Oh my God.
small business owners,
Small bit. How small? Like Amazon small?
and they're launching a new IRS army that
Oh my God. Who's in? You guys get out of the way. Stop bogarting the screen from Marge. She was just telling us how there's going to be they're going to be going after billionaires and people who seem to dodge any kind of legal ramifications for their skeeviness. And then you guys got to bogart the fucking screen.
this is the thing that
That's the thing.
everyone needs to understand.
That's what they need to understand.
This IRS army is going
Yeah, they're going. That's the scary thing. The IRS Army's going to go to Mar-a-Lago next. Then the shit's really going to hit the fans.
to be armed with weapons.
What? They going to be armed with weapons? I mean, the pen is mightier than the sword, but I think what you mean is like a trig calculator, but which I consider a weapon, by the way. Because if you pull out a calculator in front of me, I'm like, come on, boy, put up your dukes, let's do it.
And not only that, it's larger than the
Revenuers. She's talking about revenuers.
Pentagon, the Border Patrol,
The Pentagon and the Border Patrol.
and many other agencies.
Yes, the CAA, the Creative Artists Agency, Trump's old modeling agency,
All combined. So the IRS
a temp agency that I once tried to sign up for, but they didn't find anything that I was qualified not to do.
will be the largest government agency, and that's terrifying every single American.
Well, it is. Money is the thing we do biggest.
But this is who the Democrats are. We've seen this happen in many third world countries.
Really? You've seen third world countries have giant internal revenue services to deal with lost billions? What country is that?
Where dictators rise.
I'll tell you what, my dictator's rising. Don't be afraid.
And they rise through actions,
Well, yeah, sometimes, it's a little slow on the uptake.
just like we saw at Mar-a-Lago yesterday.
Dictators rising. A dictator rose at Mar-a-Lago. I think that was just a tater tot, actually. It was just it was sinking in some ketchup, and it just found its way to this top.
And the White House knows. They knew exactly what
They had to know. They got to know. Trump didn't know a bunch of shit, but that was because he just doesn't like to read.
they were doing.
God bless his failing eyes.
They sent them down there. But I want to point everyone to Mark Elias. He tweeted something last night.
Fabulous.
He tweeted a code of our law, and the code is 2071. And the whole
2071. That's the year Trump is going to be installed as a dictator.
purpose that they're trying to do with this FBI raid is to try to prove that President Trump took articles, took information
I mean, he admitted to doing it, but that ain't proof. He says a lot of stuff that turns out not to be true, okay?
from the White House that he wasn't.
Just because he said he took some shit and he's got some shit and they know he's got some shit, just because he said it doesn't mean he did. He said Mexico was going to pay for the wall. That ain't true. So why if he says, oh yeah, I got them boxes, maybe he doesn't.
Supposed to take, which is an absolute lie. And the
Terrible.
result of that, according to the
Wait a minute. There's an absolute lie in law, and it's got its own clause.
law, is that it can prevent
It can prevent people who were introduced to underage girls by Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly from running for office again.
It can prevent President Trump from ever holding office again.
Yeah, by the way, the voters can also do that. I just want you to know.
That's their ultimate goal, is to
Also his bills.
stop President Trump from ever being in office again. But we know
Why would that work if he don't have the shit? Why wouldn't it just make it more certain that he'd be able to run? Because he'd go, look how persecuted I am. They didn't find shit. If that's what their goal was.
that we support him. I support him. Many Republican members are now unified and will be taking
Yeah, a dozen.
back the House. And
yeah, you're totally going to take back the House.
Once we do,
you're going to go back to your house, maybe.
We're going to be going after
Jeffrey Epstein's estate and dividing the money up amongst his victims.
We're going to be,
I don't know why that just popped into my head.
Going after and taking down this corrupt communist-style government.
Communist-style government. Oh, because they all wear them Mao jackets and them weird beanies.
And we've got to do something to,
I don't know, them flop hats, whatever the fuck they call
to
it.
totally get the Department of Justice and the FBI, because it's time. We can't tolerate this anymore.
No, we cannot tolerate people, elites gathering together to run protection schemes for each other and allow for there to be another different level of law in Florida for one person and somebody else. I mean, I even heard they let some motherfucker have a key to his own jail cell and just come and go as he wants. I mean, anybody who even hung out with that motherfucker should be disqualified.
Marjorie Taylor Greene joining us here live.
Yeah, well, live via satellite from S-Class. Where the fuck?
From our right side studios here in Dallas, Texas. Now, you said earlier when you came on, your phone's been blowing up.
Yeah, maybe you should put maybe that's what the problem is. You got your phone on, put it on Do Not Disturb while you're doing an interview, and it won't keep kicking your fucking camera off.
Let's talk about the reaction that you're getting from Republicans, but that might not have normally been in the Trump camp, but now they...
Yeah, who's calling you, Marge, that doesn't normally return your phone call?
See what's going on. You don't have to name names, but I know...
But do any of them, any of the people you know that would avoid talking about Trump or liking him largely because of his association with some ne'er-do-wells?
I know that you've gotten it. I know that Carrie Lake has gotten some comments as well. But what are you seeing on social media, perhaps from someone's post that you would thought, okay, that's kind of interesting now that they're supporting the president in all of this?
Tell them.
Well, what I've seen all over social media, I've seen mixed reactions.
Yeah, totally. I've seen people laughing at me, making jokes.
I've seen people that are so upset. They think that we're on the verge of a civil war.
And I don't know why they would think he would be worth starting destroying the United States over.
And for those people, I just keep trying to remind them that, look, this is the way we work it out. We work it out at the ballot box.
We do not plant pipe bombs at the RNC and DNC. We do not do that. Okay? That kind of stuff, it's always a dud. I mean, it doesn't work. I mean, it's a mistake to even try because you might get caught. And what if you don't have the mechanical engineering skills, thank God, to actually construct one that works, and then you I'm just saying, buy another pair of shoes.
And that means everyone has to storm the polls in November.
No, you do realize you can't storm the polls. You got to go to the one you're supposed to and vote on your ballot.
We have to elect good America First Republicans.
Well, we can't. They ain't none. There's America First Republicans. It's just that good part's going to be a hard part.
Like Arizona did in the primary with Carrie Lake and Blake Masters and other great Republicans.
Yeah, so good.
And
notice why are you not bringing up Herschel Walker?
We have to take back control, and then we have to dismantle the corruption.
Yeah, we need to overwhelm these fake elections, these rigged elections, take over the place, and then rig them.
That's in there. But I'm also seeing people that used to just constantly say bad things about President Trump.
Who would that be?
Now they're saying that President Trump is our only choice for our nominee going into 2024, and I fully believe that. Because
who said that? Alan Dershowitz?
He's the man the left fears.
He's a man. He might be. I don't know. It's hard because his gut covers all the telltale parts.
The most because he is committed. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, Mar-a-Lago does look like a loony bin from an old black and white movie.
Absolutely committed to.
He should be. I mean, he might be committed. I don't know.
To finishing the job that he started.
Really? Why didn't he do it while he was there? Because I gotta say, once he lost the election, he kind of took his foot off the gas. He was like, "Fuck this joint."
He started all the way back in 2016. He'll finish this job.
Really? Because I mean, obviously, I gotta say, like, fucking infrastructure week's over. He doesn't have to do shit, and we're out of Afghanistan. Come on.
In his second term.
There you go. It's almost, I said this earlier.
Yeah, you've been repeating yourself. It's getting fucking boring.
With Carrie Lake, this could.
Oh yeah, because he just got to say it to all the ladies.
This is like the biggest.
This is his pickup line. You watch yourself.
Promotion that Trump could ever had hoped for.
The timing at which her camera goes out is fucking stunning.
As far as, getting the.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
Base, the hornet nest stirred up, and the ant piles stirred up.
Yeah, because that's what Democrats and the rest of Americans who didn't vote for Trump are. They're ants, they're bugs, they're hornets. They're either going to sting us or they deserve to be killed under boot.
For his supporters to come out and rally behind him. We saw what happened last night.
Yeah. By the way, don't rally behind him. I would get upwind. Trust me.
Late into the night hours, where supporters lined up outside of Mar-a-Lago with Trump flags and just American flags in support of the president.
Some Confederate flags.
I think he's seen the reaction on social media, Marjorie. He knows the American people aren't buying this pile of garbage that they're trying to put
yeah, this whole thing about him knowing and hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein down there
in front of us. And I think that better days.
That's right. That's right.
Days are definitely ahead.
They are. Well, Brian, thank you so much for having me on today.
I got to get out of here because my camera's dying.
Okay, I've got to run because people keep calling in.
Yeah.
So much, and we'll talk again soon.
Marjorie Taylor Greene joining us from the great state of Georgia. Is she?
She's at a log cabin in the woods. And then who do you finish up with, man? You out of here? That's it? It's just my fucking coffee, and that's all you got? He looks happy. I just want to say, the good thing about this, he does not look like a Tim Conway character from like the one dramatic role Tim Conway played. It was kind of like about this crying on the inside clown thing. He didn't look at all like that. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.